Hey guys, before this video begins, I just want to let you know that we're still on the road to 25 subscribers, and I was thinking, if you guys want, probably in May, I'll probably be doing some gag videos where I'm like this, where I'm just being like silly, and I'll go, oh, we're live? Oh man, I got set up, I'm sorry. Like something like that. Or I'll be like, okay, that's $10 worth of or I'll probably be like hey guys, welcome to a DVD unboxing. So this is what we're gonna be unboxing. What? We're not doing a DVD unboxing? Or something like that. We'll know for the future. You guys want to see some gags? I want to hear an LOL. If you guys think that's hilarious. And then we'll do that somewhere in the middle of May. Because if this goes great, we'll do more gag videos. Every single time whenever I do it. Like whenever I do like a DVD review or DVD unboxing, I'll probably do like a gag the next day. You guys like that idea? Let me know. So anyways, here's your video coming up now. What is up, my fans? Today we're gonna be reviewing. Actually, I'm sorry. I meant to say welcome to my DVD review. So today's DVD we're gonna be reviewing is Friday the 13th, Part 1. This is where Jason's mom comes in, and she starts doing the killing for the first part. And then later on, you get Jason and all of his colleagues of who he gets to kill. So, okay. Before I forget, warning, this video might contain some spoilers. If you do not want to hear the rest of these spoilers, please forward this video so you guys can get an idea of what's going to be going on through the rest of this video and all the upcoming videos that you guys will see at a later date. So we all start like, we get like a nice little song going on. We get like a milk and honey on the other side. Hallelujah. And then you got two people like smooching, and then they were like, oh, we weren't doing anything. And then what do you know? Jason's mom like stabs him. And then the only thing you hear left is the woman scream. He's like, ah! And then you get like almost like an off-screen kill. And then you got a girl named Nikki, and then somehow she asks about Crystal Lake, and then they were like surprised, and they were like, they're reopening Camp Blood. But later on, we get to see some counselors that are getting ready to set up for camp for some students, and then what do you know? You got Nikki that's still way behind that she's supposed to be cooking, and then she picks up a ride from the wrong person, Jason's mom, and then she passes Crystal Lake. Nikki jumps out of the car, she runs as fast as she can to try to get away from her, but then it was too late. Jason's mom grabs the knife and then leaving the first kill so far. Then you got that little drowning scene where someone like literally played a prank. Excuse me. And I believe that's what ticked Jason's mom off, when she was like, I can't believe it. Someone would do a joke like that? But then you got one of the counselors that sees her, but we don't see him for a while, until after we see a love scene during the rain, and then what do you know? When they were like doing their own thing, which we'll keep censored, that's when you see the camera go up and you see the guy like with his throat slit open. That proved that Jason's mom claimed her second victim. And then while you got the other counselors in the cabin playing Monopoly, a certain type of Monopoly, but we're gonna keep it censored. We're never gonna be playing censor Monopoly. And then that's when the next kill. Well, actually, they start having fun, and then while the woman goes straight to use the ladies' room, this guy was like smoking, like oh, and then you got that, like that little part where the harpoon's like in the neck and claiming the next victim. Later on in the movie, you get to see we get to see them like they were about to finish up the game, and then game we're one winner, and we're not gonna say it because I want to keep this appropriate, because I like to keep all my DVD reviews appropriate. But that's when they heard the window open with thanks to the rain and the wind. The one was like, "Oh, I think I left the windows in my cabin open." What do you know? Well, she does that. And while the lady, then we go back to the lady in the girls' room, and she was like washing up, and then what do you know? You get to see it act, and then you get to hear she's like, ah, and then axed in the face, like all around here. Like that was crazy. Then later on, you get to see while this woman was like trying to like clean up her cabin. That's when she sees the archery range lights turn on, and she was like very surprised. Man, like I would have been surprised too, leaving out for a kill. But we're not going to count it right now until, because we're getting a good head start on this. Excuse me, about explaining this movie. So about this DVD review. So we're going to hold off on that one for right now. Later on, we get to see those two people like the lights go off. The guy literally turns on the generator or whatever, and then what do you know? You get to see him sooner or later when both her and one of the last counselor like try to survive. But you get to see one more. But you get to see Mr. Christie. But meanwhile, Mr. Christie was like having a drink of coffee, and the waiter was like, 2 1/4. So he grabs his money, gives the lady like $3, and then the woman's like, here's your change. And then Mr. Christie was like, oh, you keep it. So later on, he drives back to the cabins until his car starts like not working. So then a police officer offers him a ride, saying that they'll try to get it out after when the storm passes, which is good. And then what do you know? Mr. Christie was like, oh, it's you. What are you doing? And then what do you know? He gets stabbed. But we'll explain more about it later. So after when this woman opens the door, she sees that the last counselor like hit with some bow and arrows. And you get to hear her scream like, ah! Like he's like literally stabbed in the eye and like near the chest, almost everywhere. Then later on, she starts running into the cabin where she thought it was gonna be safe. And then that counselor I was telling you about, where the archery was, her body was thrown into the glass, and she was dead. And then later on, we finally get to see Jason's mom's face for once. And then the woman's like, who are you? And then she's like, well, I'm Mrs. Voorhees, an old friend of the Christies. And then she starts explaining about her story, about her son Jason. And she says, Jason should have been watched. Any minute. He wasn't a very good swimmer. we can go now. And then she's like, you drowned him. You never paid attention. Look what you did. Look what you did to him. And then later on, you get to see those two like fight. They're like, no, I'm kidding. No. You got a few whacks like here and there, and then a few like smacks, like all the other good stuff. And later on, that counselor, Mr. Christie, you get to see him like hung upside down, stabbed. And then you get to see like where this woman was hiding. Like she hid in like a cabin, she hid in like a cabinet, she hid like in a lot of different places. And then when she got to the boat, that's when the last fight, she, like Jason's mom grabbed her like this. Or actually no, I think it was, I can't quite remember. My screen was a little dark on my DVD player. I gotta try to fix that. If it doesn't work, then I'll see what I can. I'll try my best to like explain more about my details about these movies. Well, later on, you get to see after when she was knocked down to the ground, the woman grabs the hatchet and then decapitates her, and all you see is like this, leading up to where she goes in a boat, and then you get to see the police officer like try to like wave to her or something, and then you get to see Jason grab her, but it was all just a dream. Somehow she had that dream about Jason, and she was talking about the police officer said, "Ma'am, where have I no boy? Then he must be alive." So that's it for this one. But overall, I will have to give this movie a 3.5 out of 5. 5 because one person survived, but even though they were rescued, but that's one of the things I would change about that movie. I would like have like a police officer like come quickly after the decapitation, like after when, so they can like help her out. And like another thing I would change probably is probably like more signs of Jason. Like probably maybe show more of her face. They may like pretend she's nice to some people, where people don't like really know she's a killer. That would be a good twist. And then later on they maybe they'll show like I can't really think of anything else. But if I do, I'll put it down in the link in the description below. So anyways, before I forget, please go over to the bell notification so you never miss another feature video. Smash that thumbs up button. Comment down in the comment section if you guys want me to review any DVDs. And I'll see you all in my next feature video. Peace!